Carefully and soundlessly, Jan made his way along the secret passages to a stone staircase and looked over the wrought iron banister. A man stood in the stairwell and stamped snow from his boots. There must be a door to the outside world there. Jan was returning the way he had come when a pinprick of light caught his attention. He looked through the peephole into a grand bedchamber with huge displays of white tulips and black roses on the table. The large dog bowl sitting on the floor told Jan that this was where Count Kaliowski slept. If nothing else, they were owed the blood money that had been promised to them at the beginning of this nightmare. How would they get back to Paris without a sou to their name? Jan pushed against the door and slipped inside. An eerie red light shone from the coals in the grate. The walls were painted with hunting scenes that in the spit and hiss of the firelight appeared to be moving. The wooden skull sat on the table. It might have been valuable, but he knew also that it was cursed and would bring whoever took it nothing but bad luck. Next to it was a necklace. A blood-red ribbon with 7 crimson stones set into it. Without thinking, he put it in his pocket. It would be something to show Tetu. He began to search the room for money. Jan knew that all objects, great and small, have a spirit. Sometimes, if you listen carefully, you can almost hear the sound they make. Hidden deep in among the drapes of the bed was a purse. Jan picked it up and put it in his pocket, where it felt pleasingly heavy. Now he had to get out of here as fast as he could. Sido hadn't dared move since the Count had left. Jan found her still sitting on the floor, her head in her hands. She looked up at him. "Where have you been? Count Kaliowski was here." "It took longer than I thought. We'll be gone in a minute." He went straight to the bed and pulled back the covers. "Wake up," he said gently, shaking Tetu back into life as he helped him to his feet. "Where am I?" said Tetu, who for a moment thought that he must have woken from a bad dream. Jan said something to him in a language Sido had never heard before. Tetu gulped as the memory of what had happened came back to him. Jan turned back to look at Sido sitting crumpled and abandoned on the floor, and for a moment he had an overwhelming desire to take her with them, to save her from being one of the headless ones. There was a knock at the door. Sido scrambled to her feet. Quickly, Jan and the dwarf disappeared behind the screen and through the hidden door just as the Count entered, followed by a footman carrying a tray with Sido's supper. This time, the dog at the Count's heels was silent. Kaliowski's eyes darted round the room as he ordered the footman to straighten out the bed. "There is no need," said Sido quickly. "Continue," said the Count smoothly, addressing the footman. Balthazar had begun sniffing the air. "I hope you don't mind if I keep you company while you dine." Sido knew that the longer he stayed, the longer the dwarf and the boy had to make their escape. "I would like that," she said. Count Kaliowski sat down on a chair by the bed. The dog at his feet let out a heavy sigh, and putting its head on its outstretched paws, closed its eyes. "I think your dog is more used to me now," said Sido. "So it seems. When you have finished, I will take you down to see the fireworks. Your father assures me that they will be magnificent." Sido watched the Count as with hooded eyes he searched the room once more, looking for evidence to confirm his suspicions. Her instinct told her that there was no escape. This dark spider was waiting patiently to catch her in his gold-spun web.